They're all around talents.
I don't know. I really think Devin Culp. I mean, this is a big if. Like this is all dependent on what the coaches have seen in spring training and this preseason and during practices when they start coming up. Is if he's kept his speed and his hands ability along with his size increase, and he's like done block training and he's upgraded his ability to block different rushers, whether they come from the edge, the inside. If he's done that, I think he has a great shot, if not an almost sure chance of taking that number 2 spot in the rotation. With Jacob Kaiser taking the 3, then if Devin Culp doesn't, the only problem I see there is if Jacob Kaiser does end up taking second, I think Devin Culp drops. I think Devin Culp drops to 4 or 5. And then I think Jack Westover outshines the freshman and comes up to 3 right behind Kaiser for those spots, just because Jack Westover's been here a little longer. He's a little bigger, he's a little taller, he's a little faster, he's a little more proven. I mean, I can just keep going on about the little more things he's done than these freshmen that are coming in. And I think that the coaches with precedent respect and appreciate that like veteranism that kind of comes around for being in the program.
We've seen that before.
Yeah, we have seen that before. Yeah. We're going to see it again. Something really interesting I want to bring up about a prediction I have for Jack Yari is that he's essentially like almost pound for pound, inch for inch. He's the exact same height and exact same build and exact same weight as Cade Otton. He's like Cade Otton's younger brother from a different family, you know?
Yeah.
I think that he immediately comes under Otton's tutelage. Just like the second he gets there and arrives for practices and starts practicing with the man, he starts learning from him. And then he gains size, he gains speed, he gains skill, and he becomes the best out of everybody else who's in that pack. So from outside of Cade Otton, Kaiser, and Culp, Yari outshines everybody else, including Westover, and solidifies himself as like the next best thing that's coming up as he gets older.
Yeah, continue. You continue.
And then, so this is a long. I've thought about this, and then by the end of next season, at the very earliest, most likely the start of his junior season, Yari becomes the best tight end in the Pac-12, hands down. And then senior year.
Senior year. Moving on. This is 4 years.
Senior year, he's like at a minimum top 3 tight ends in the FBS, or he's the absolute best. He has the ability to get there. I'm not saying he will be at this moment. Best tight end in Pac-12 with hands down. Like that's without a doubt in 3 years. But yeah, he definitely has the ability to reach like God tier potential as a tight end.
Yeah, I like Jack Yari. I feel he's very similar to Cade Otton. And that's one of the reasons that I feel that Mark Redmond by the end of this year will be getting more snaps and more passes than Jack Yari, because Jack Yari is similar to Cade Otton. They already have someone like that right now. Mark Redmond is more, he's not Hunter Bryant athleticism, but he's more on that tier. He's a little more athletic than Jack Yari currently. He's got a bit more speed. So he's a tight end that they can play. And unlike like Cade Otton and Jack Yari, they're tight ends that you run underneath routes, drag routes. They're 3rd and 5, get it to them. They've got great hands. They'll make the first down. Mark Redmond's a guy you can throw on a vertical route. He can go up there and make a play. He can man-to-man versus an outside linebacker, middle linebacker, not against a safety or corner. He can beat him. So that's why I feel Redmond for his freshman year will probably end up getting more snaps than Jack Yari. But yeah, I could easily agree with you following Cade Otton, who will likely leave after this season for the NFL. Jack Yari could easily replace that and do even bigger and better things.
He's absolutely going to fill those shoes when Cade Otton leaves, and I cannot wait, even though I'm graduating this year. I cannot, well, fingers crossed, I don't want to ruin academic gods or like spite their eye or whatever you want to call it. That made no sense. But yes, I do think Jack Yari in a year is going to be a phenomenal tight end for the university, and I would not be surprised if and when a season for the Pac-12 rolls around, he's getting snaps and possibly a start towards the end of the season. He's just a phenomenal player in high school. His stat